Have you ever wondered if some gifts, though given with good intentions, could bring misfortune into your life? This is the story of a young man who learned the hard way that not all gifts are blessings, and how a wise monk helped him understand the hidden energy behind the things we accept. Once upon a time, in a quiet village at the edge of a vast forest, there lived a young man named Kido. Kido was well-liked and kind-hearted, always willing to help others and quick to make friends. Because of his friendly nature, he often received gifts from people as tokens of their gratitude. Some gave him fruit, others small trinkets, and many gave him handmade crafts or tools. However, despite his generous spirit and all the gifts he received, Kido's life was filled with misfortune. His crops often withered, his home frequently needed repairs, and no matter how hard he worked, things seemed to go wrong. He couldn't understand why luck never seemed to be on his side. One day, as Kido sat by the river, troubled by his unshakable bad luck, an elderly monk named Master Ren appeared. The monk had traveled far and wide, sharing his wisdom with those who sought peace and understanding. He noticed the frown on Kido's face and asked, "Young man, why do you sit here with such a heavy heart?" Kido sighed and replied, "Master, no matter how hard I try, bad luck follows me wherever I go. People give me gifts, yet my life is filled with misfortune. I don't understand why this is happening." Master Ren stroked his beard thoughtfully. "Tell me, Kido, about these gifts you receive. What are they and who gives them to you?" Kido began listing the many things he had been given: a basket of apples from his neighbor, a carved wooden statue from a friend, a beautiful necklace from a distant relative, and so on. But as he spoke, Master Ren's expression grew more serious. After Kido finished, the wise monk said, "Not all gifts carry good fortune, young man. Some gifts, even when given with kind intentions, can bring bad energy or misfortune into your life. There are certain things that, if accepted, attract negative forces. I believe the reason for your bad luck lies in the gifts you have accepted." Surprised, Kido asked, "Master, how can a gift bring bad luck? What should I avoid accepting?" Master Ren nodded and began to share his wisdom, revealing the 8 gifts that, according to ancient teachings, should be avoided. "Never accept something that is broken or damaged," Master Ren said. "If someone offers you an object that is incomplete, it carries with it the energy of loss and imperfection. This can seep into your life, causing your plans and efforts to fall apart just as the item is." Kido thought back to the chipped cup his aunt had given him and how soon after his own health had deteriorated. "Clothes and jewelry carry the energy of their previous owners," the monk explained. "When you accept something worn by someone else, especially if that person experienced hardship or sorrow, you invite their struggles into your life. It is best to avoid such gifts, especially when you don't know the history behind them." Kido recalled a heavy bracelet a friend had given him after a tragic event, realizing how his fortunes had worsened soon after. "Sharp objects like knives or scissors can cut the ties of good fortune," Master Ren continued. "Even if the intention behind the gift is pure, these items can sever the flow of positive energy in your life. It is an old belief that gifting sharp objects brings misfortune, and they should be avoided." Kido remembered the beautifully crafted knife he had received from a distant cousin, and how his relationships with friends had become strained after that. "An empty container symbolizes lack and scarcity," Master Ren said. "If someone gives you an empty jar or box, it represents a void. This void can manifest in your life as financial hardship or emotional emptiness. Always fill a container before giving or accepting it." Kido shuddered, thinking of the lovely empty vase his neighbor had gifted him, and how his savings had drained not long after. "Furniture holds the energy of the space it once occupied," Master Ren warned. "If someone gives you old or unwanted furniture, especially from a place of conflict or unhappiness, you may find yourself absorbing that negative energy. Your home should be a sanctuary, not a repository of others' problems." Kido had taken in a rocking chair from an old friend who had fallen on hard times. Since then, his house had felt less peaceful. "Mirrors are powerful objects, reflecting the energy around them," Master Ren said. "A mirror that has belonged to someone else, especially if they experienced pain or misfortune, can reflect that same energy into your life. It's best to avoid mirrors with a past." Kido had recently accepted a small ornate mirror from a traveling merchant, and he couldn't shake the eerie feeling that had come over him afterward. Plants can bring life and beauty, but those with thorns like roses or cacti can invite conflict and strife, Master Ren said. The thorns represent obstacles and challenges. If you accept such plants as gifts, be prepared for difficulties to arise. Kaito's garden had been filled with thorny bushes gifted by a well-meaning friend, and it seemed that ever since, his days had been filled with small, prickly problems. Money is a powerful form of energy, Master Ren continued. If you accept money from someone with dishonest or harmful intentions, that energy will follow the money into your life. You may find that ill-gotten money brings nothing but trouble. Kaito thought of a small loan he had accepted from a stranger, money that had only led to financial troubles later on. Master Ren looked at Kaito, his eyes full of kindness. These are the gifts you should avoid, young man. They may seem harmless on the surface, but the energy they carry can shape your life in ways you do not expect. Kaito was stunned by the realization. He hadn't considered the deeper significance of the things he had accepted so freely. Determined to turn his luck around, he returned home and carefully removed each of the items Master Ren had warned him about. Over time, Kaito's life began to change. His home felt lighter, his crops grew again, and the constant string of misfortunes slowly faded away. He realized that by being mindful of what he accepted, he could protect the energy in his life. Do you ever think about the energy behind the gifts you receive? Just as Kaito learned, some gifts can bring more than what meets the eye. By being aware of what we accept into our lives, we can ensure that we invite only positive energy, keeping misfortune at bay. Remember, not every gift is a blessing. Sometimes the greatest wisdom lies in what we choose to refuse.